listen, now look, I've had a couple of letters here, which pertain to you. One is on a theme from before, which is from Stephen in Downpatrick in Northern Ireland, who's sent this thing, this mildly interesting cutting from the Irish News. Says, rundown on Radio 1 programmes. 10 o'clock, Mark Radcliffe dance sounds with indie band Lard.
Well, that's about right, isn't it?
I've had one before.
Well, I've been dancing. There is a band called Lard, so, you know, it could have been right.
It could have been right. But anyway, this is the pertinent one, really. And this comes from, it looks like Jerry, Andy and Eric, who were in Nick. Well, Dorchester, actually. You know, don't cover that up, do we?
No, not at all. No,
and it says, right, as regular listeners from Dorchester, Nick, we were appalled to hear the vicious way Lard was disabused on last night's programme.
Here. Good set of lads in there.
Last night's programme, and this was about like a week ago, was it, when you last...
Well, you know, it's hard to get a pen in the Nick, isn't it, really?
Yeah, feckless git, you just never turn up, did you? This ultimately resulted in his breaking down into salty tears.
Well, I mean, you know, sort of manly tears, you know. I mean, it's good for a man to cry anyway, isn't it?
They fell for your show business tears, our kid. It's obvious to your listeners the debt you owe to that man is enormous. His clownish antiques are the quintessential elements that set your programme apart from the other mundane offerings. Right. We thought it absurd. His relegation to studio... Can't read that. As we heard these obvious... Can't read that.
Is it cleaner?
Anyway, we look forward to having a greater deference to this man of broadcasting. And, you know...
Hang on, I think I own one, don't you? Fancy a brew, kid?
Yeah.
You see, I mean, there's not much to look forward to in Nick, is it? But they know that when Lard's on, they're going to get a good night. None of this rambling stuff about, you know, oh, yeah, Donkey Burger, 1962, Camel's first album, oh, yeah, the catalogue number, blah. They get good quality stuff with me. Fancy a brew, kid? See you again.
So what I got to thinking was that, you know... It sort of did give me a guilty conscience. I thought maybe I had been a bit hard on you. Perhaps I'm reconsidering again now, but I have been a bit hard on you. Yeah. And I think, you know, fair enough. You know, you should be on the show, and you are quite good.
You're right. Can I have that in writing?
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
You've done the same things for, like, since the show started, haven't you? Now, everybody else comes in, me, like, Ian, Simon Armitage, Kate, everybody who comes in, you know, they come in, bands come in, new songs. Yeah. Like, you come in week after week, ho-ho, fancy a brew, you know, see you again. Yeah. And it's getting a bit stale, isn't it?
Cards on the table. I actually thought this to myself. You know, I've been thinking, I had a bit of a crisis over the week, and I was thinking, is my material strong enough? And I've been working on it.
Have you? Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I have got something up my sleeve.
And you thought it was, and so you're going to come and do it?
Well, I mean, there's just a little sort of chink in my armour. And I'm sorted it out, you know. I mean, I am speechless, actually. I mean... I don't know what to say.
Well, I think the thing is, really, is that I'll give you another chance, right? Yeah. Because I was a bit hard on you. But
it's very hard for me to admit this on air.
You have got to prove yourself. You've got to come up with quality.
It's all new stuff. Morecambe and Wise. Forget it, our kid. They'll be running this on Steve Wright tomorrow morning.
Is that one of your new catchphrases? Morecambe and Wise?
Well, it could be Morecambe and Wise. And I didn't do that, you see, because that was a new one. And you've got them blown it for me. Typical. It's like the 4 weddings and a funeral. You gave away the funeral. And when Harry Hill comes in, you crack his jokes before he gets a chance. And there you go, Morecambe and Wise. And it's gone now, isn't it?
Oh, but that's old material, that.
Not with Morecambe and Wise before it. That was fresh, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm trying to do another thing. I've got another role to adopt here, and this is a letter from Gareth Thomas from Bristol. He said, Dear Mr. Radcliffe and Mr. Lard, could you please send me the address to the record for Gelcore Mule, is it, or something or other?
Gigo Mule.
That's a bunny. No. We can't, can we?
Well, I haven't got it with me
we could, but we can't really be bothered, can we?
Well, I could have been bothered had you brought it to my attention before.
No, I asked you before, and you said you can go and crawl up a dead bear's thingamabob. Anyway.
I did say something like that, actually.
But then the other paragraph is rather interesting. It says, secondly, a few weeks ago, I was discussing with someone producing vegetarian black pudding, which I've been unable to eat for 3 years due to being a veggie.
So what, you've been unable to eat vegetarian black pudding for 3 years because it's a veggie?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
And he's come up with this new concept, which is a good idea, I believe, where he says you actually drain blood from a live cow and congeal it, and then you can eat it, and actually you wouldn't be draining off more blood that the cow needs to stay alive, and then you can congeal it, and you would have real black pudding, but the cow would not suffer. Now, that's a quality letter.
Yeah. The answer was a load of bollocks, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, unfortunately.
Right, OK, and in fact, I've got another invention a bit later on, but I better play a record up to the news.
I beg your pardon?
Hey?
Hey! New material?
I see.
You spotted it, didn't you? I could tell.
I did, because normally it would have gone more like, that was Jewel by Cranes from the album of last year, which is called Forever. Want it, Mark?
What?
Yeah,
you see now, that's good material.
It is good.
It is good, but we've been using it for a while, about 8 months now.
Yeah.
And I thought it was flagging just a bit. I mean, I know nobody else has sort of that but I can see it coming, and you've got to get in there before other people start thinking.
I mean, it was so sophisticated, wasn't it, that it takes people a few times to latch on.
But that's it, you see. That's comedy for you. What you've got to do is stay one step ahead.
Right.
You see, when people are still laughing, you've got to whip the rug from under them and just hit them between the eyes with something else. Do it again.
What, the new one or the old one?
No, the new one.
Right, okay. That was Jewel by Cranes from the album of last year, Forever. Jim and Alison Shaw, of course, did a session for us and come from Portsmouth, don't they, Mark?
What? Oh, God, no.
Right,
God, I'm sorry. I blew it. Right, I'm sorry, kid.
Jewel Cranes from the album of last year, Forever, Jim Shaw, Alison Portsmouth thing. Isn't it, Mark?
Beg your pardon. See?
Oh, brilliant.
And I'm just sort of working it in now. It's going to be a bit rusty. It's not going to have the same kind of time as we used to, you know.
It really is fresh, isn't it?
Hello, Mr. Radcliffe. How does a coffee sound, my friend?
Oh, I see. So that's instead... Because, like, normally, I would have been doing something like, right, now we're going to have Bang Bang Machine with the current single, Give You Anything from Eternal Happiness.
And I'd hit you with, hiya, Mark, fancy a brew? Now again. You know, good. It's good, isn't it?
Well, look...
It's good. But this is better. I can feel it's just going in the right direction now, you know, and I feel like I'm on a new plane, if you like. And I'm going to start writing for the Grumbleweeds, I think.
Right, okay. Well, you're on the up and up then.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, a track by Bang Bang Machine from the new album Eternal Happiness, which is their current single...
Morecambe and Wise.
Oh, yes, that's another good one.
Yeah, I did throw you that one earlier.
Morecambe and Wise. That was a good one as well.
Well, I've got a couple of them in my...
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, Give You Anything by Bang Bang Machine.
Yes, I think it would be a good idea to spin a disc, my friend.
Oh, another one. Flipping heck. I mean, you've taken them all.
Yeah, well, you know what that used to be, don't you?
Yeah.
Best banger tune I like it.
Oh, great. Right. Well, I'll tell you what then. We might as well use it, seeing as you've polished all these things up to a fine, thrusting rapier.
Well, you just do something and then I'll come in with my new one.
Right, okay. Now we're going to have Bang Bang Machine from the current album Eternal Happiness, and it's also the current single, Give You Anything, I think.
I think it would be a good idea to spin a disc, my friend. Best banger tune. Morecambe and Wise.